We are back with episode 2 of the Pokemon Leaf Green Plush Lock. Last time we were here, we were actually able to defeat Brock, and now we can move on, which means a whole bunch of new encounters for the Plush Lock. Luckily, a bunch of these early ones I actually do have plushies of, so that's awesome. Starting, of course, with a Magikarp. This one we are going to name Lenny. I also find myself a Jigglypuff, and I'm super excited to use Jigglypuff. And after catching her, I do name her Izzy. After that, we are now in Mount Moon, where I can actually find a Zubat to use. And of course, Zubat's going to be to me. I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to be really using Zubat too much, but I did name him Arkham because she is one of my favorites to name for that. And then, of course, one of the big encounters that we're actually going to be getting, this is Clefairy, and I'm super excited to use Clefairy as well. It is a crazy Pokemon for the most part, even if it's only Gen 3, and then here I named her Boo. After fighting some of Team Rocket, we actually stopped meeting a scientist with 2 fossils, claiming that we can't get any of them. However, after a quick battle with Scientist Miguel, we are able to take one, and I decided, let's take the Dome Fossil. While I do love me some Lord Helix, the Dome Fossil I at least have a figure of, so that was close enough. And then, of course, after getting into the city where we could challenge Misty, we have some other stuff that we have to do first, such as fighting the Dirty Scalper. And that is going to be a very hard battle. If you don't know, he is one of the strongest trainers that we fight in this whole second gym portions. I made a mistake whenever I came through here, by the way. I meant to start with Pikachu, however, as you can tell, Ivysaur was up front, and I was unable to actually continue it, so I had to sacrifice Lenny. Lenny, I'm so sorry, we had to get rid of you so fast. I don't have a Gyarados plushie though, so sadly Lenny was not going to be doing too much in this battle, so he had to go. Pikachu also got critical hitted, which was not fun, so in to Izzy we go. Luckily, the Cute Charm does a really big effect and actually helps us get at least most of this fight going and set. A lot of the male Pokemon that he actually has will be affected by Cute Charm, which I am very happy. I also caught Mega Punch to Jigglypuff and then Mega Kick to Clefairy, so hopefully they'll have some pretty crazy stab. We're able to get not only Pidgeotto but Rattata as well, and then into Fu we go to take out Charmander. Sadly, we don't have anything that can really handle Charmander the best, so we're just going to have to worry about using Fu and try to get out as best as we can. And I'm not going to lie, there was a bunch of heavy hits that Blue/Scalper, whatever you want to call them, were doing. And it gets very scary from here. Honestly, the only reason that we were able to win this so much easier than we were during these fights was literally because of Cute Charm on 2 of our Pokemon. And even then, it could have gone down so bad. Like Fu, if she got hit one more time, she very well could have died. And then going, of course, into Arkham, you can use Bite to take out the Abra. This is probably the easiest fight whenever it comes through the whole battle, is Abra, because he only knows Teleport. Gets a whole of a hell lot scarier as you move on throughout the game. But we have now defeated Scalper, and we can continue on with some of the stuff. We're going to be doing some more stuff before we actually go and fight Misty, but we should at least give the respect to put Lenny in the dead box. It's only going to get harder from here, I feel like. After defeating the Nugget Bridge, we actually meet up with the ending guy. He gives us a nugget, and it turns out he was a Team Rocket goon, so we're going to have to fight him and hopefully take him out. A few Thunder Shocks should be enough for the most part to actually take him down, so we're just going to keep on taking his Ekans down. Goro had to do something to help us a little bit more. At that last fight where he got almost critically killed by the Pidgeotto, he's at least doing something right now, and that's very, very helpful for me. And he was able to basically 2v1. And after getting through some of those trainers, we are able to go over here, and a random Clefairy that looks very, very similar to Bill. Our little Foo Fighters ends up saying they are a human named Bill, and after helping them with whatever science machine they're working with, we are able to get an SS ticket, and that will come in handy next episode for sure, as long as we make it through this first episode. Because I'm going to be honest, as we get further in, I know Misty is very scary, especially with her final Pokemon being Starmie. So we are in for a rude awakening as we keep on going through, but we were able to do one more big thing before moving on and getting some other stuff going. We defeat a Team Rocket Grunt, and we also get the TM for Dig, which will be very, very powerful. And we are able to get a few more encounters before everything ends, such as a female Meowth that we named Lady after my girlfriend's stray cat that is absolutely in love with her. As well as that, I did catch a Nidoran female because there is a trainer that does trade her Nidoran male to us. And while Nidoran male will not be too big for us, Mr. Nido, if you will, just because I don't have any evolution after the Nidoran male plushie, he will at least be an extra encounter to have just in case. You never know exactly if we'll need them. We're going to have a bunch of trade encounters. I do want to get you guys off of that now. That is going to be really, really fun because I love a lot of the trades that we actually have in the game. But enough about that. It is time to face off against Misty. Misty, of course, starting off with Staryu, and I am able to stay in the Go-Row and just destroy without taking any damage. Next up, I do feel like Hasbro might be the way to go. He is the most close level to Starmie, so that might be the best one to do. And he kind of, for the most part, destroys. I get a Super Potion off, and I'm just going to keep on Vine Whipping as well. This is where I make a mistake. I thought I would be able to handle this, so I go to Lady, expecting her to get a payday and give us some pretty good money going. And she got destroyed by a Water Pulse. I am absolutely heartbroken because I was actually really excited to use Lady. Lady would have honestly been a Pokemon that I maybe bought Persian for to actually use. But the fact that I can't do that anymore makes me so heartbroken. So we're just going to go into Go-Row, and from there, we defeated Misty. But still, we lost our little Meowth. That is so disappointing. I'm super sad about that. But that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe. We are moving on to part 3 next week, so stay tuned for more. I will see you guys later. Peace out.